everybody. Welcome to Ocean Spit, a little show about big things, Monday through Friday at noon. It is Tuesday, May 12th, and it's Twisted Tuesday. I'm here on the north side, Carol Brandolino on the south side. We got a little lovely show for you guys today. Check the website, TonyOceanMedia.com. Give us a call at 847-769-8609. A book of show. Every show is dedicated to first responders, men and women in the military, and our veterans who fought for our country. Thank you for watching. It's time for a little fun. Let's go. Hit it.
Breathe.
Ooh.
Breathe.
I'm going to breathe.
Please.
Hello, everybody.
Okay.
How are you doing today? Carol, how are you doing on the south side there?
I'm doing good. But what you just did, racing in to get here on time to get the show started, I had like a flashback of the last 3 years of my life. Has been exactly like the last 10 seconds of what you just did. I was like, holy shit, that's like been the last 3 or 4 years of my life. Oh shit.
Oh, and you know what? And usually I'm coming from fishing or something, but it was like I had to pick up my tux at 10 o'clock because Men's Warehouse doesn't open until 10. So I had to pick up my tux there. Then I go to the fishing place, drop off my poles, but everything takes a little longer. Then I went to Walmart to get some stuff, blah, blah, blah. And at least we made it on time. But
yeah,
I had to talk to the hair guy. My hair done on Friday, and it's just crazy. But we're all here, so we're here. And thank you guys for tuning in today. I hope you all had a incredible Mother's Day. Carol, how was your Mother's Day, and how was your mom's Mother's Day?
Well, so I had a great Mother's Day, very, very low key, very relaxing. My mother and brother were going to come by here, and we were just going to chill. But then they were invited to my in-laws, not my in-laws, my nephew's in-laws house. So the grandkids, the other grandkids, the great grandkids were going to be there. So I told my mom, go, I didn't want her to feel bad. Just go do that. Enjoy it. She loves being around the kids. So Eliana and I just sat back, and she's like, you want to lay out? And I'm like, you don't have to ask me twice, and so it was kind of chilly, but then we got out there, and I said, because she has she's got her solo coming up tomorrow, is her singing solo at school for this concert. So she got the solo, one of the solos. And so she asked for this cute white, like summer dress last week. So we got it. And she goes, I mean, I always tell her she's kind of pasty, she's a little fair skinned, but so she goes, well, I need a tan. This girl, though she's fair skinned, blonde hair, blue eyes, she tans like me. And I'm like, oh my God, you are going to be something else when she gets brown. And so I said, you could get a lot darker with some olive oil. She's like, I'm not touching olive oil. I go, you don't have to touch it. I'll get it and I'll put it on you. She's like, it's going to be disgusting. Yeah. It's thick. But anyway, we did it. She came out. We were out there maybe a couple hours. She had this brown, dark. She was like, oh my God, look at the tan line. So yeah, we had her and I had a nice, unexpected. Yes, of course you loved it, but she doesn't have the patience to lay out in the sun like I do. To me, the sun is like Xanax, it's like crack. The warmth on my body it relaxes me. I love it. So yes, we tanned and we chilled. We had some lunch.
All right, so
it's nice.
And that's good. I can't stand out and tan too long. And first of all, I don't get brown. I get red, and then I get brown.
Yeah.
And being from the Northern Italian, we're away from the sun. The Southern Italians get dust. The Northern Italians wet. So, but I never tried. I should try the olive oil because I never did that. But the thing is, at least when I can jump into the pool because I don't have the patience. When I start getting hot, I don't have the patience
Yeah.
for that, but some
Right.
people do,
Right.
some people don't. So it's actually kind of
Mhm.
cool. Here we are
Sure.
talking, guys. I look like nobody else is listening, but we are. So that's good. Anyway, wait, how did Gianni's gig go? Did Gianni have a gig on Mother's Day?
It got canceled 5 days before because the guy didn't have a license for entertainment. So he was bummed, but he had a gig the day before as well. He had a gig the day before as well on Saturday. It was an outdoor at this kind of like kind of a neighborhood biker bar slash just chill place. So he had that outdoors on Saturday, and I couldn't be there because I was at the fundraiser for Breathe Like a Boss.
Yeah.
And but Gianni did really well. You know, he loves it. So yeah, the other
Good. He
gentleman's
did
going to
good.
get that
All right.
license now.
And
All good.
yeah, well, a lot of let's see, and it's interesting because that's happened in a couple of places. Now, I haven't seen it happen in Illinois, at least for
Mhm.
me. I know it happened to
Okay.
2 places. One didn't
Oh.
pay for a while, and then they decided to pay. The other place
Mhm.
just started paying. But in Wisconsin, it happened a couple of times. See, here's what people don't get. You get a license to show videos, sports, play music. That's one license.
Mhm.
But to
Right,
have
right.
live entertainment, that's
Yep.
completely different
Whole-
licenses. So most
Yeah.
people have
Exactly.
2. You need to
Mhm.
do that, right?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
so let's get right to our friends from Ace Hardware. Ace is a place by local shop, local helping neighbors. Before they were neighborhoods, guys. Hey, looking for the best deals in town, the JRC Ace Hardware. Red Hot buys are the 0G50 foot garden hose for just $39.99. Aside, lawn insect killer for just $7.99 with your 8. Need to clean some weeds or clear some weeds? Round concentrate is just $22.99. Then they give you a free flag giveaway on Saturday, May 23rd to honor our veterans. High quality gear, helpful service, and great prices. That's JRC Ace Hardware. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. And the new location coming to Elmwood Park, Illinois in October of 2020. All right. So, well, there you go. All right. All right, Mother's Day was great. We took my mom to Tom's Steakhouse in the morning, about 11:30, me and my sister. And then we came back and we had the family here. And then till about 4 or 5. And then I went out fishing and I caught that nice bass. So it was good. It was a good day.
Nice.
Busy week. We'll be making
Good.
our debut via social on Thursday, brand new Italian place. I'm looking forward to it. It is huge. Outside,
I looked it up.
patio, they have everything.
Huge. It is. Mhm. Yep.
It's huge.
Mhm.
6158 Northwest Highway. This Thursday, me and
Mhm.
Jumpin' Jerry jams, and from 6 to 9 p.m. And then Friday is Chicago Prime Steakhouse with Daryl Armstrong. Then I got a gig on Friday during the day, so there'll be no show on Friday. I got a gig in Wooddale from 12 to 3. I don't know how that works out, but it is what it is. And then Saturday, of course, Marissa's getting married. Marissa and Nico, our daughter Marissa, is getting married on Saturday. So I'll have a Saturday night off to enjoy with family. All right. So, whew. And they're saying it's supposed to be the second coldest May in history. That's what they're saying right now. But we're supposed to be warm on Saturday, and I'm crossing my fingers. I hope it's warm for the holiday, for the Memorial Day, which I hope it is.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Also come up on Saturday, folks. Cubs and Sox crosstown series is going to happen. So the Cubs will be playing the White Sox Saturday at 6:00 p.m. So we'll see what happens with the Cubs and the Sox. That should be interesting. So that's cool. All right. And Valerie Perrin died. She was an actress, folks. You've seen her in Superman, the first Superman. She was also in the movie Lenny. Going back, she dies at the age of 82 years old. All right, you want to hear something very interesting, Carol? And I'm going to tell you something funny. I don't know. We're talking about this new virus that's coming up. But before we get to that, Jeff Hunt, how you doing? Ricky Stokes, Jeanette, Ellie, Thomas, how you doing? Ryan, Patricia, welcome, guys. Every 6 years, there's a pandemic. Is that a coincidence? Every 6 years. Listen to this. 2002, we had SARS.
Okay.
2008, we had the swine flu.
Mm-hmm.
2014, we had Ebola in 2014. 2020, the flu, COVID. And right now, 2026, this Han- hantavirus, if I'm pronouncing
Hanta.
that right.
Yeah.
Hanta. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hantavirus, which a lot of people are making a big deal about it, but according to a lot of press stuff that we talk, and it's very, very hard to get.
Right.
It's not like COVID-19. And what did
Mm-hmm.
you hear about it?
Yeah, I haven't heard much about it. Actually, what I'm hearing is from Eliana because she obsesses over everything health wise and sickness and so
Yes.
she was very nervous at first. She does all her research, and then she said yesterday, I'm not as worried as I was, because she's obviously reading things that are coming up, and she says you can't just get it just being right like in the same like vicinity of as
Yes. You have to be physically probably with somebody or
exactly
something like that.
right.
Fox News, President Trump said he's been briefed on it. It's very much, we hope, under control. I think we're going to make it full. That this was when it first came out. And then they had a bunch of doctors. Dr. Drew came out and said, absolutely losing it over all the media. It's not a respiratory virus. Stop it. Stop it now. It's been around a long time. One has a greater chance of being struck by lightning. He goes, we're not doing this again.
Wow.
This was Dr. Drew. I don't even know Dr. Drew. What kind of wasn't he on television?
Yeah, but I thought he was a psychologist. I thought Dr. Drew Pinsky, if it's Dr. Drew Pinsky, but I don't know if that's the Dr. Drew. That
The guy with the gray hair and glasses.
Yeah. I didn't think he was that kind of doctor, but nonetheless,
there you go.
He's a knowledgeable person, I'm sure.
Well, there you go. Okay. So the outbreak is it was a Dutch expedition cruise ship. I guess it was by a rat, and supposedly in Spain, they hung the rat. They hung the rat that found it, that supposedly where the outbreak came from on this particular cruise ship. So who knows? It's. I'm trying to look back some of the stories that came up and saying, but it's not. Anyway, not that important. At least right now, it's not. So that's a good thing. But it's funny, though. Every 6 years, Carol, it's amazing. Every 6 years. Coincidence? That's suspicious.
Suspicious. It's suspicious.
Okay, this is coming. Rosie O'Donnell, Ellen DeGeneres left the United States. They said they were probably the only two that actually said they were leaving the United States if President Trump became president of the United States. He did. They left.
Okay.
Now they renounced their citizenship, and now they can't come back. Now they want to come back to the United States. And Rosie can't, and Ellen can't. So,
well, that backfired.
Sorry. They want to come back now. Oh, they want to come back.
Renew your citizenship. Come back and learn how to be a real American, maybe. Come back and learn how to be a real American. Maybe take some classes, get your re-citizenship, so you're not an asshole.
And come
when you're here.
And come. Yeah, and come in the right way. Don't so you don't get that cell phone and the $2,000 and all that kind of stuff. Isabella Drake, how you doing? Kathy, how you doing? Boyd, how are you doing? Kathy Splotto, how you guys doing? We are just going through a bunch of stuff. Since I got here late, I'm going to just go through some of the stuff that we were. I was going to try to save some of this stuff because it's always good when you have someone else on the show too, so we can back and forth with some of this stuff. Okay. Things girls do when cheating. Here we go. She stops asking about your day or showing concerns. Comes in at number 7. Now, that could be the other way, too. I don't know why it always says women in these top 10 categories, which, by the way, me and Carol want to know who comes up with this shit and if that's a paying job. All right.
Yes, I have one little
Okay.
comment to make about this that you just said.
Yes.
They don't have to necessarily, just as for the men, so it's a PSA for men, I'm letting you know. It doesn't mean that they're cheating necessarily. It just means that they're done with you. Like when they stop asking or caring, like it doesn't mean necessarily that they're cheating, but they could just be completely done and checked out and of the relationship. Okay, I'm done with that one. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's a good one. She becomes
It's true.
emotionally distant and less affectionate,
Hmm.
but that could also be exactly what you said. It doesn't have to be
Exactly.
that they're cheating.
No.
She gets usually happy while texting or on calls.
Oh. Maybe she just likes the other
Coming,
person. Look, she doesn't like you anymore. It just means that anybody else is better than you at the moment, right?
that's
Okay.
number 5. Number 4, she changes her hair or style without telling you why.
Okay.
Number 3, she hides her phone and keeps it face down constantly. Well, now that could be a sign. That could
Sure.
be a
Yeah,
sign.
for sure. Yeah.
That's number 3. She
Hmm.
suddenly wants to spend more time alone. Comes in at number 2. And number 1, she starts putting extra effort into her appearance.
Okay. All right.
But that also could mean, you just want to feel better about yourself
Sure.
too. So it
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily mean that to that extreme.
Hmm.
But the benefits of the benefits of
Kneading dough.
yeah, effing makes you more committed towards your goals.
Oh my
Effing
God.
can even reduce cholesterol level.
Oh.
While effing, try to stay in bed because it can save you your valuable energy. After effing, don't eat too much. Go for liquid. Effing refreshes you. Effing you gives proper relaxation for your mind and body. And number 1, effing twice a week is good for your health. So
Excellent.
there you go.
Get
And
effing
just when you
going.
think, okay, this could be in bed. It says in bed, men or women never notice. Now, this was
Oh.
according to the men's side. When she hugs you tighter, it was the way of asking for reassurance.
Mm.
Coming in at number 5. Number 4, when she turned away, after it's not sleepiness, it's feeling unseen.
Mm. Hmm.
Number 3, she wants to dress. She wants you to dress her the way you undressed. Wait, she wants you to She wants you to dress her the way you undressed her.
Okay.
Number 2, when your body stiffens, you didn't check it if it felt safe. You just kept going. And when she fakes it, it's not. It's just to protect your ego. Woo! Yeah, there you go, folks. Yeah,
Wants it
more.
over with.
Yeah, it's it over with. It's done. It's done. See, you guys learn everything on this show, good and bad. Okay, every man should know this. Number 4, you're the prize. Act like one. Number 3, men want women more than they need them. Women need men more than they want them.
Hmm.
Men married whom they want. Wait, men marry who they want. Women marry who they can. I don't know if that's true.
I
And
don't
number
know.
1, women sleep with whom they want. Men sleep whenever they can.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
that's a
much
good
easier
one. I don't know
for
about
women.
number 2 though. Not
Yeah.
too sure about number 2 on that one. Boy, we're really going all over here, folks. That's right. Interesting stuff. But we're going to get to maybe some good stories here now. Let's see. I don't play. You don't do PlayStation. You don't play games or anything. So that stuff's okay. I don't even know why this is important about George Washington, but I don't know why I saved it. Okay, this is good. This should get you guys all riled up here. When women vent or gossip with male friends, their bodies often relax more than they do with their female friends.
Hmm. Oh, that's interesting. I'll have to think about that
There
one.
you go.
Hmm.
Boy, men enjoy being their women's hero.
Yeah. I mean,
All right. Well, everybody's got their thing here. All right.
right?
What could be? See, we're hitting everything here, folks. We're trying. Some of this stuff doesn't even make any sense. So I don't even know what. Okay, this is interesting. Men pretend to be rich on Instagram for 5 years. Now his girlfriend is suing him. A man spent 5 years faking a wealthy lifestyle on Instagram to impress his followers and his partner.
Okay.
He made a world of luxury that was entirely manufactured. Now, this facade has crumbled. His girlfriend has taken legal action, suing him after discovering the truth about his real financial status. Now, you can't do that.
No, and how did she not know he was faking being being rich or whatever? If they're dating, isn't she with him all? Doesn't she go to his house? Isn't
Look,
she with
look,
him?
look.
How do
You
you
could
not
charge
know?
everything on a credit card. No problem, honey. Whatever you want. You can
Okay.
lease a car or rent a nice, expensive car. You can be
Okay.
borrowing someone else's home. You can be
Oh, okay.
renting. You could be renting someone, but a home doesn't necessarily mean you own it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Hmm.
There's certain
Yeah.
things you could do. Nice clothes, flowers, maybe some fancy gifts now and then. There's a way.
Mm.
Maybe
Okay.
borrowing somebody's boat.
Oh,
If someone's going
shit.
to scam, if
Yeah. Yeah,
someone's
you're
going to
right.
scam, and you hear about this, Carol, all the time.
Yeah.
People do it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think you have a case at all. So
No.
nothing she can sue. I don't even know why she would want to, or even cut up with all that. Uh, Now here's a woman. This is on socialtail.com.
Mhm.
A comedian, well, she's a comedian, Nikki Glasser. Have you ever heard
Yeah.
Nikki?
Oh,
She's pretty
yeah.
good,
Very
very
good.
vocal on her.
Yeah.
Uh, she appeared on a talk show called Called Her Daddy podcast when she
Mhm.
spoke openly about her modern relationships, jealousies, and unconventional dynamics.
Mhm.
During the conversation, she shared a non traditional view, saying that she's not strongly bothered by the idea of her partner being with other women. In one widely circulated quote from the discussion, she said to have remarked, "It increases his value. I want my boyfriend to other women because I love women so much," expressing her perspective on openness in relationships. Now, that is completely mind boggling. Did it again. Yeah, did it again. Carol, is this lady nuts or now? I don't know how old she is.
She's in her
I don't
40s, I would say. I think she's in her
okay.
40s, like mid 40s. That's my guess around there. Pretty
What
girl.
what purpose is this woman, or if it was a man, what purpose is this? Or does it even make sense?
I can't speak for them, but I think
Yeah.
people that do get it's a kind of like kind of a fetish sort of thing. And also, like she said, it levels them up. I think that's got to be a form of insecurity somewhere deep inside. Meaning, I know it sounds it doesn't make sense, but if she's wanting other women, wanting to know that other women want your man, and that he's having sex with other women, it's like part of that chase and challenge thing. Like, yeah, he's having sex with other women, but is he good? Is he every time coming back to me? It almost makes you feel like he keeps coming back to me because I'm better than they are, or I have something more than what they had because he keeps coming back to me. Maybe that's the mentality, and it makes almost you feel higher up there because he's coming back to you
Yeah.
after having sex with other women. It just doesn't make a lot of
No, but
sense to
the
me.
word, but it increases his value. Now, I can understand if there's a guy out there that a lot of women might want the man. That's a different. That's okay. That's okay. That's a different story than actually going and crossing.
I hope he ends up on this screen right now. Where'd you go? Oh,
Oh,
there
am
you
I
are.
there?
Yes.
Oh, there I am. I'm
There
sorry.
there
Yeah.
you go.
No, it's almost like when George Clooney, right, came out, all the women loved him, or Ashton, whatever his
Kutcher.
name is. Yeah.
Kutcher.
Oh wow, ooh, right. So I can understand it increases his value, but not crossing the line. That
Right. I agree with that. I think a high value means a lot of people want them, but they are remaining faithful and monogamous. I think that increases your value, but everybody's different. Some people have those weird fetishes, you know?
no, yeah, that makes complete sense.
Mhm.
Yeah, so you gotta say, like I said, all right, that's like if dating a movie star or a celebrity or something. Ooh, I wish I can have him or her. You know what it is.
Right.
So there you go. Maybe she, Boyd, maybe she's immune to STDs. Good one.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah. Okay, Garth Brooks was in the news. I guess I didn't realize the fallout. I'm not much of a Garth Brooks fan. When he first came out, this guy was huge.
Oh
And I
yeah.
guess he's all done trying to rejuvenate his career after losing
Mhm.
his entire fan base to the Bud Light uh,
Oh,
thing that he did. I did not know that. I
okay.
should have kept my mouth shut, he told Rolling Stone magazine. Calling my fans assholes was a huge mistake. Brooks lost his Vegas residency, found himself canceled from country tours across the country, and dropped from
Oh,
number 4 country artist in the world to number 62. It's time to
holy.
check out and find my past year.
Well, that just goes to show you, I guess even the big names can get canceled. I mean, that surprises me that that many people did what they did because he's huge. Garth Brooks was everything
Yeah,
for
and
country fans all over.
and to turn on him like that
Yeah,
because of something saying if you're drinking Bud Light, you're supporting whatever that was at that particular time.
right,
Uh,
right.
I don't know. It's almost like the political thing. I know I lost fans. I know I did. But I
Mhm.
guess that's just it. It's probably different maybe when you're that famous or that
Yeah,
rich. But
right.
who knows? Love when someone unfriends you, but constantly creeps on your profile. Keep stalking my account, and I'm gonna put you as my profile pic.
Oh my God. I actually love that.
You gotta love that, Christine. She's
Mhm.
good at that. She always, Christine Sussman, always does some pretty good stuff on her social
Yeah,
media
I know.
page. This is Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. And again, getting into politics. Obama made America buy health insurance, or you had to pay a fine if you didn't get health insurance.
Mhm.
Biden make you take a shot or lose your job. Tell me again how President Trump is a fascist dictator.
I mean, yeah, we're not being forced to do certain things. People have to understand that those are your freedoms. And we did start to lose our freedoms for a while. And I think that's why people woke up a little bit. It's very scary when you live in the
I
land of the
think
free, right?
I think they did too. And we're because and I know it's something that people are either going to frown on or laugh on or whatever. They're going to say, "Oh, Tony, here's your shit again." What do you know about the conspiracy theory that Garth Brooks might be a serial killer? I did hear that too.
Okay.
Remember, you know what? I don't know if you guys remember the TV show. I know Boyd will remember this. You might even too. I don't know, but remember the show, The Gong Show?
Oh yeah.
Chuck
Yeah.
Barris came
Yeah.
out. Blah, blah. Someone
Oh.
actually, if you see the movie,
Hmm.
I forgot who played him. I did a biography on his movie. It's actually a very good movie.
Okay.
Supposedly, it was a killer for the FBI. Besides being this talk show
Holy shit.
clown fool. Uh,
Wow.
Interesting. I don't know. I did. Johnny Sarb, how you doing? By the way, I didn't follow it, but I heard something. But
Hmm.
like I said, with conspiracies, you know, Carol, tell us about your fundraiser that you were at on Saturday. What happened with that? How did that go?
Oh, it went so well. I talked to Nick DeBreezy a little bit after, and he said, I think they raised, I think it was 20% more than last year. And that's what you want to hear. Like, it's growing and it's growing. You know, he's been doing it 9 years, the Breathe Like a Boss Foundation, but
Yeah.
this is just the third annual, the bocce tournament. So I think he had a really great turnout, wonderful people. I got to interview, God, 4 or 5 people that were involved in this. This one gentleman, again, he wrote a book. He gave it to me. So I do want to start to read it a little bit. I'd love to, again, the people I meet would be great people to have on this show because their stories are
Yeah,
extraordinary.
absolutely.
This man got 5 organ transplants at once. And 13 years after he got a different transplant, he died for 3 minutes. His book is about it kind of revolves around faith in a big way, but he does tell his full story. But his name was Philip Hanks. I believe that's his name, Philip Hanks. So, this is what I love about doing this. I got to talk, of course, Nick's dad makes homemade wine, Italian wine. And so, like I said, it's an event, but then in the back room where people are, their food is there that got donated. Then he made his little homemade little sandwiches. He made homemade wine. It's just so intimate and family like. I had 1 glass of this red wine, like it was a decent sized glass, but I was like, hey, like I was in party mode. I was like, holy. It was good stuff. And he actually gave me a bottle of it. It was so nice of him. So I haven't opened it yet because I know when I do, it's like butter. It's so smooth, so delicious. So anyway, got to meet and network with a lot of people. They got their winner. Benjamin De Los Monteros sang. He did a real good job. Tony O DJ'd for a few hours, and he played a lot of the oldies, and people were just having a good time. A lot of families were there. It was
and they
really
raised
successful.
money.
Yes,
And they raised money, and like you said, they made 20% more, which people will, like you said, that's great news when you do a fundraiser. It really is. It really is, guys. Talk about the cruise again. Chicago Music Cruise coming in January 10th to January 17th. Royal Caribbean Star of the Seas. Florida, St. Thomas, St. Martin, Coco Cay in the Bahamas. Go to chicagomusiccruise.com. Put in Tony Ocean. It's going to be Tony Ocean and, again, our friend Seventh Heaven. Call Mary at NTD Vacation, 630-688-1725. Hopefully you guys can join us on that cruise. Madison Square Garden. I've been there. I sang the national anthem at the Knicks game 3 times in the last, for my life. I was very proud to do that. And I've been to a couple of Knicks games. But Madison Square Garden put a proposal in. This is just a proposal. Carol, when you guys were in New York, did you go downtown? Did you pass Madison Square Garden?
We went to Madison Square Garden for the show. That's why we went there for Eliana's show that you wanted to see. Yeah.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
So their proposal, they want to move to New Jersey and make way for Penn Station. This is their proposal that they want to do to get that Penn Station in. It would be good for New York. And I don't think they'd care if they have to cross the bridge to get to New Jersey to go watch a game. This is a proposal. It's not set in stone, but that could happen between Madison Square Garden. So we'll see. We'll see. Be interesting. And Ryan, go Knicks. Knicks in 4. Absolutely. Things you don't know. Lonely Planet for Travelers is based in Melbourne, Australia. No clue. A duck can walk without bobbing its head. Cats have over 100 vocal cords. All the blinking in one eye equates to having your eye closed for 30 minutes. Oh, okay.
Like in what time span?
It says all the blinking in one eye equates to having your eyes closed for 30 minutes. So maybe all the blinking that someone does during the day, it could equivalent to 30 minutes, I'm thinking.
Okay.
If I'm right.
Okay.
And I don't know why this is important, but hummingbirds are the only birds that can fly backwards. See, you're learning a lot of shit on this show, folks.
Good, I have to say, what I saw the other day blew my mind. So, I was driving on the road and there's a lot of woods on each side. at this particular
Okay.
spot near my house, and there's always typically a lot of deer. I'm just deathly afraid of hitting any animal, always. I'm just very cautious. So these cars were going, as busy on both sides. All of a sudden, I mean, luckily I was about 30, 40, 50 feet behind the car in front of me at least. And these deer just, when I say I saw it, you just see the whole thing happen. It ran across the road so fast, you wouldn't have time to stop. No, it just so happened it ran across at the perfect time where it just barely missed getting it. But then you always know there's another one that's coming. So I obviously slowed down. I slowed down even though I was further behind. All of a sudden, this other one comes running out. Oh my God. It leapt 20 feet in the air and went just like it was, I hit a spring and jumped over the entire SUV that was in front
Okay,
of me.
so wait a minute. It wasn't hit. It
No,
wasn't hit.
it jumped over. It
Wow.
jumped. And it was, I never saw anything like this in my life. I don't watch the Animal Planets and shit like that, but a deer I didn't know had that kind of height. And it was like it hit a spring and I watched it go because I thought I was going to watch it get hit, which I still would have been traumatized by right at this moment. So, but it jumped like it hit a spring and jumped like 20 feet in the air right over this big car. I couldn't believe it. I've never seen anything like that in my entire life. But wow.
And I watch a lot of that animal stuff, and I never knew they can do that. And I hit a deer once, and we lived in Lake Geneva. We had a home in Lake Geneva. And so in my Cadillac, I hit it middle of the night.
Oh.
Now, when we were on our trip just a week ago, me and Carlo, Carlo was driving back, and he almost hit it. He had to slam on his brakes, and I almost went to the window. And then me coming home from Lake Geneva Saturday night, I seen a deer, and I had to slow down. Here's exactly what people do if you ever go through this. It's usually not the first deer you hit. You think you pass it. It's the second one that you end up hitting. Michelle says, yes, they jump fences at the cemetery. Okay.
It was unbelievable. Yeah, it was impressive.
So we talk about bed stuff. We talk about animals. We talk about everything on this show. There you go. Do you believe this? This is littlechase.com. Justin Bieber finally breaks silence. What Ellen DeGeneres and Pete Diddy did to him, allegedly. Have you heard anything about this?
Not again. I know that I had heard stories in the past, but I don't know if he actually came out with something confirmed.
Correct. After years of staying quiet, supposedly, this allegedly from littlechase.com, Justin Bieber speaking out about the disturbing world that he was thrown into at the age of 13. He was 13 when he started. You think about it. From being sent to live with P. Diddy for 48 hours, described every young boy's dream, to uncomfortable encounters. Ellen DeGeneres show Bieber revealed predatory Hollywood environment where powerful adults treat him like a little toy.
Oh.
Now, there was something also said about who's the movie, the record producer. I forgot who it was, but there's, I mean, you know what? We
His
can
mother.
shake our heads and say, I know, but there's something there, Carol. There's something there.
Sure.
There's something there. I don't know particularly about this, but there's something there with the whole Hollywood whatchamacallit when it comes to that. Put it this way. We knew just as forget about the I know they're talking about kids that are young, but how about if you wanted there was always talks back in the day, if a movie producer wanted a girl and she wanted to part, she'd have to sleep with them. You always heard about stuff like that.
Sure.
And you know what? I don't know. We're never going to find the end. We're never going to find a story to any of this stuff. So people can just do what they want. And look, the closest we got was the whole Michael Jackson trial. When that came out, supposedly.
Right.
That's the closest we got to any celebrity. I know Bill Cosby was when he got drugging women. I don't know if it was younger women. I think it was just women. Correct.
Right.
So, and it's just like it makes you wonder what's going on.
Well, it's been going on, I think, and it is the power that they have. It's just power, money, power, and I don't know why so many it's celebrities that are messing with younger kids. That's something I don't understand. You know, it just doesn't make sense that what you're just a predator because you're an actor and or famous or rich. I don't understand that having that money makes you a you know molester or a predator unless they're trying to make money off of them, which that's the thing. Like I said, follow the dollar. I always try to go back and think, how does this, make sense and who's making money off of it? Like P. Diddy, like they did. I think they had to have all made money off Justin Bieber. They turned him in, they worked on him, they guided him,
Huge
trained him
star.
to be a huge star. And because they knew they needed probably a little white boy to be like this next rapper, we know what Eminem, it is what it is, it's something different. But that boy, they groomed him for sure for being famous for a rapper, for music and all of that. And I'm sure they reaped the benefits financially for sure. So, it's one way or the other, this kid was abused,
But
financially or
then,
personally.
and then you can, but then you can turn the coin.
Hmm.
He also became maybe never would have got that shot if he did that, had to go through that stuff. So
Yeah.
that good and evil, right? The good and evil
But,
thing.
but he didn't have a choice though at 13. He didn't make that decision that, hey, I'm gonna go do this. And he knew that what the consequences were. His mother, who drops people off, I don't care if you're one of my favorite actors in the world or singers, I'm not leaving my 13-year-old son anywhere for 48 hours. That's not happening without me being there. Okay. So she's sold out to the devil. She she used her kid. That's the sick part.
That's the thing. That's what makes you wonder about any of this kind of stuff when it comes to children, and it
Mhm.
comes to being, like you said, left with somebody like that. What about the
Yeah.
parents? What
Mhm.
about like you said, he had no choice. He's 13 years old,
Right.
right? What about the parents?
Yeah. Yeah.
It just gets me really crazy.
Yeah.
Michelle watches the show. This was on her post. Some stranger somewhere still remembers you because you were kind to them when no one else was.
Mhm.
I
That's
like that
true.
quote.
Yeah.
And that is absolutely true.
Mhm.
That absolutely true. Gentlemen, what do you feel about girls smoking cigars? Or women? What do you see when you see women smoking cigars? Now I know
Mm.
two personally that smoke cigars on a
Okay.
regular basis.
Okay.
Christine, the one that talks on the show, she comes out every now and then, and
Okay.
I know she's always posting with cigars. There's
Mhm.
people, the models that do it as their just to sell the product, but
Sure.
she smokes. My sister smokes,
Mhm.
and that's probably my fault. I think I was 12 years old. She was 12 when I gave her her first cigar. Probably the worst thing
Mm.
I ever could have done. But okay, so women out there, I mean, how do you think about that? And Carol, what do you think about when you see another woman smoking a cigar?
I think that's kind of, I don't know. I think it does kind of look kind of badass and sexy. I don't know. I think it's a look, I don't think they're doing it because not everybody does it because they just love the smoking, but it's like the experience, right? I mean, I don't smoke them. I have, tried taking
Sure.
whatever kind of puff or whatever you
Yeah.
take off a cigar or hit a puff. But I don't know. I'm curious to see what men think about women smoking cigars. I wouldn't really judge somebody. I think it's whatever. If that's what you want to do, that they smoke cigarettes. What's the difference? Is it because it's big, this big fat, dark cigar that's shoved into your
If you're
mouth? Is it
smoking
like a
that one.
phallic symbol? I don't know. What are we
Right.
talking about?
Now, there's a couple of little other women I know who smoke the little ones that look
Oh
like
yeah,
cigarettes.
like
I
Swisher
know a lot of them
sweets.
that they're
I've done
Swisher
that
Sweets.
before. Yeah.
Or
Right.
there's a brand like Jerry. Jerry, I don't know if Jerry's watching. Jerry Renda.
Mhm.
He doesn't smoke cigarettes. He smokes these little cigars.
Oh, I didn't know
They
that.
look like cigarettes, but they're
Okay.
cigars. They're flavored cigars, flavored
Mhm.
cigarettes. Okay,
Okay.
so
Mhm.
Tough had a role to play where I smoked a cigar. Okay, Ellie, that used to be called casting couches. Yes, Casting couches.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what they were called. Yeah, very good on that. And going back to that, ABC put out something just in, new suicide note, reportedly left behind in his jail cell by Jeffrey Epstein before his first attempt to kill himself, said, "Time to say goodbye." That just came out. It's interesting that it didn't come out when he actually committed suicide. When someone passes away, I don't care who it is, they'll say, "Did he leave a note?" Right? Or right. You hear about that.
Yeah.
Why news years and years later?
Because
ABC
everybody's just
Channel 7.
waiting. Yeah, they're just waiting for anything to come out so they could sink their dirty little claws into it and throw it out there when we know he didn't leave a note. It would have been out a long, long, long time ago. Well, depending on what the note said, I should say, if he even killed himself.
Yeah.
Right? No one's ever going to know.
We don't know.
We're never going to know unless somebody's on their deathbed and that knows the story. If someone's on their deathbed, maybe they will come out and finally say the truth when they no longer have to face consequences, We'll see.
That makes sense. But then also, I was reading a story here from the Daily Mail Entertainment. Again, human bones discovered by a streamer in Tucson, Arizona, covering Nancy Guthrie's kidnapping, the mom. Isn't it interesting still? There's nothing on her mom.
Yeah.
You think she's dead?
I do. I think she's dead. I can't think anymore. This was done on purpose because it was her mother. You know what I mean? I think it was a tragic thing that happened. I don't think it's like her family or anything like that. It's just, it is so just random and weird. But tragic things happen to families all the time, like, everywhere. It's just that it was such a high profile case and it just went on nonstop.
Yeah, but if you ever notice, is there, and I don't follow all of all that stuff, but the celebrity with all the power and everything that they have, is there been cases where they've never found people that were kidnapped? I mean, high profile people like that?
Oh, high profile. Yeah, I'm sure there's.
Or whether they found out later that they were dead. Either they died or they were brought back or whatever it was.
Off the top of my head, I'm not sure, but I'm sure there's plenty of people that they haven't found out about certain things. Homicides, I'm not sure. I mean, there's a ton of cold cases out there, but I don't know if there are any on any major celebrities.
That makes you wonder. I mean, on a celebrity status. I'm talking
except
about
for Hoffa. Except for Hoffa. I mean, that's the.
Well, we know that, but they never found him. Right. They never found him. Supposedly he's buried in all these different places. Right.
Right.
Okay. A bride arrested for attempting to invoice each guest $400 for attendance and the experience the day after the wedding. This is from FamilyMagazine.com. Bride arrested after attempting to invoice each guest $400 for attendance and experience the day after the wedding. Charlotte, North Carolina, 29-year-old newlywed was arrested Sunday afternoon after sending 142 of her wedding guests a formal PDF invoice the morning after the reception, billing each one $400 for what she described as attendance, access, and emotional experience.
Is this on top of the gift that they gave? Like the card?
See, I don't know, because it has to be, because if you were to know this ahead of time when you get the invitation, they would say no gifts. Okay. And some people bring a gift anyway. But then to invoice somebody afterwards, that's completely insane. But you can't arrest somebody for that either, though.
No, you can't. No, there's no way you can. That's not right.
No. Nuts. Crazy.
Oh my God.
Another celebrity, Aerosmith Steven Tyler, goes to trial for child sexual assault claims. According to MetalJam.com. See, it's like, this is back in the 70s. Girl was 16 years old. Allegedly, it's just one story after another, man. I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah.
It just, again, we've just been talking about this thing over and over and over again about different stuff. Here's something again from yourtango.com. And again, I'd like to know who makes this list, Carol,
Yes.
and what they make for a living. Researchers show that people that names that start with the letter J make better partners than anyone else.
Okay.
A new study by ShaneCompany.com says the research asked over 2,100 participants to recall the names of the people they had the best and worst date experiences with. From there, they analyzed which names and initials were more commonly associated with good or bad relationships. J came out as the best. But in this story, they don't tell you which one was the worst. They could have said, L or P, Paul,
Right.
Peter, whatever,
Right.
Yeah. Nothing.
So all the Joes and Joeys, Josephs and the Joeys and the Jimmies are all happy today.
And the Johns. Yeah.
Johns.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So who knows? Angelina Jolie. I like this. Tell me what you think. My mother once told me if you have to talk to more than one person about the same problem, you don't want help, you want attention.
Yeah, I mean that's possible. That's possible. But a lot of people do it. That one person you might vent to a lot about just shit that's going on that stays the same. It's like things that don't okay, women, let's say we talk, we're close friends. We're gonna bitch about the same stuff to our best friends. That's something that might be in your relationship, whether it's your work or your profession or personal relationships that just don't change, but they still piss you off. It's the same story, but you're still venting about it because it's just not changing, but you're also not doing anything about it. You're still staying. I don't know that you're wanting attention, but it's just like you're bitching about it because it's not going away.
Good thing to know. Makes a lot of sense. 54% of daters now agree that being rude to hospitality staff is the number one deal breaker after the first date, surpassing income and appearance. What do you think about that?
Well, good.
I think it's true. You can tell a lot about somebody.
Yeah. I think it's good because at least it shows that people are starting to look at the more important qualities. Okay. The other things are, they make sense and they matter, looks and financial status and all that. But what really matters and what's going to affect you significantly in any kind of intimate relationship is kindness, compassion, just manners. Because if they treat these people like that, they're an asshole. They're going to treat you're next. Don't think that you're not going to be next. They're not probably the kindest, sweetest person to you. And then they're just going to go be an asshole to the, staff. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a good thing that people are looking at stuff like that.
Or they also say how a man treats his mom.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
How a man treats
I
his
think that's
mom,
really
you can
important.
tell. He could be the
Yeah,
sweetest guy in the world. He can have all the right. He can connect all the right dots, but that could be something too. So, Marsha, how you doing, honey? 50 cents a gallon tax going into effect July 1st. Thanks to Priggster once again. I heard something about that. Something's supposed to happen July 1st, but then I'm also hearing that the oil is going down now, so maybe the price will go down in gas. But if you guys remember in history, 4th of July, Labor Day, Memorial Day, they always raise the gas anyway because they know people are going to travel on these holiday weekends. Michelle says women over 50 have no room for assholes.
Amen, Michelle. No room for them.
Good point. Good point. Good point. And I'm going to mention this story for the third time. I mentioned it on Friday. I revoked. I did it again briefly on Monday. Carol, U.S. The U.S. Department of is going to revoke passports for unpaid child support. Thousands of people have unpaid child support. Now, is that one way of getting and I said yesterday, if you even if you owe taxes and you are working with the IRS, they will work with you. So that's a difference. You're trying.
Right, right.
I think, I don't know. I've never had to pay child support. I know a few of my friends who have and went to
Mhm.
court for certain situations.
Yeah,
They were
yeah.
going through some bad times
Mhm.
financially. It wasn't like they were
Yeah.
purposely not
Right,
doing it. But what's
right.
your take on what's your take on it all?
I think they're doing it more specifically to make them, at least for the legitimate people that aren't paying because they're going on hard times, right? I think that maybe that they should at least give something, because people don't want to give up their chance to travel. However, the most common sense answer to this is, it makes sense to me in that if you can't pay your child support, then how are you traveling? Because traveling's expensive. And if you can spend the money on that, you should be able to spend the money on your children. So that I totally get, and it makes sense why they're doing it. I think they just want these people, because I know a lot of men who don't pay child support at all. I mean, they act like they're out there being the greatest dad in the world, and they don't pay child support. And you think that it looks all, oh, hunky dory, and they're not paying. And to me, that woman, she's stuck with all of that. That's a lot when you have kids, all that extra. It's not just for the roof over their head, it's for food and clothes and their
Yeah,
everyday
yeah, yeah,
stuff that
yeah,
they need,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah, I think that that's why they're doing it. And they at least have to give something. Not that the woman's going to be happy with it, but at least if they're showing, like with the IRS, that they're trying in good faith to do it. But there's men out there who quit their jobs because they make too much money. They do. They'll quit their job so they don't have to pay child support. Oh, all the time. Or
I've
yes,
never
because
heard of
they're,
that. I don't know anybody personally. I've known people
yeah.
who went to jail because they were late, and whatever the circumstances were. I've
Hmm.
seen that kind of
Hmm.
stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
But that is the one thing that I can never understand. You can't do that. That is
No,
someone
pay
you
your
have to
child
support,
support.
you know?
It's your kid. And
It's
then don't
yeah.
act like you're the world's greatest mom or dad or whatever with your kids, just, and not paying child support, because that's you're a shit box. If you can and have the money, you're a shit box. If you're putting your kids last, that's
That's
not,
what they call a bust out dad.
oh,
That's
bust
what they
outs.
call
That's right.
a bust
Bust
out
out.
dad.
Yes.
There you
Yes.
go. Another
I
great
agree.
word. We are coming. We missed a lot of stuff here today. I'm sorry we started late and I was a little gone. The weather today, folks, 69%, 15-mile-an-hour winds, 37% humidity. It's going to rain postally around 4 o'clock, 40% chance of rain today. And that's the weather for today. And one
Mhm.
last thing. The people most likely to cheat are not unhappy people. They are people who never learned how to have an honest conversation about what they need. You think that's important? You think that's true?
Yeah, I mean, communication, like they say, it's very cliche, but communication is a key. And if you're not getting something that you need or want in a relationship and you're communicating it to the person, um, that's different. If you're communicating it to the person and they're not reciprocating or doing anything that like what you need, whatever reason they're cheating, if they're not putting it out there and then they go cheat, that's not fair. I think you got to give a person a chance, you know.
Yeah, I agree with you. Good stuff today.
Mhm.
Okay, guys, I got Zia Social this Thursday. Uh, uh, I'm gone today. Zia Social today, this Thursday, 6158 Northwest Highway. Tony and my good buddy Jerry Jams, 6 to 9. That's going to be a lot of fun. Also, we got some other stuff coming up. Don't forget, we're going to be at Memorial Day weekend. The Getaway on the 23rd, the French Country Inn, and the Thirsty Parrot on the 24th. Johnny Camp's May 29th. I'm excited to that. And the big St. Jude's thing with Nick Sahajas and Phyllis Sahajas is going to be at the 1020 Bar, a hotel in Gurnee, Illinois on May 30th. Mars is going to happen August 22nd, 22nd. God, I'm sick of people asking me when you at Mars. And Dream Police coming back
Oh,
for a Monster Bash, going to happen June 10th, Wednesday at Tailgaters. There's going to be a bunch of bands. We're kicking it off. It's a tribute to Cheap
nice.
Trick, Foreigner, Journey, Boston, Fleetwood Mac, Heart. So it's going to be a full night, and Dream Police is kicking
Nice.
it off. Monster Bash June 10th, Wednesday. Tailgaters. So it's a great joint.
Okay.
It's pretty
Yeah.
nice over there.
Mhm.
Tomorrow we'll be back. And then Thursday, Carol will be back. And then Friday, I was supposed to have Louie and Felix on, but we're going to move them to next week because I do have a private show. Thank you, Armando Supermarkets. Thank you, Tommy Vena, Jack Vena Landscaping. We'll do some double take on that as well. Birthdays again for today, Tuesday, May 12th. James Dolan, the owner of the Knicks, celebrating a birthday. Eric Burden of the Animals. Steve Winwood, Traffic. Gabriel Byrne, great actor, 76 years old. Martha Quinn from MTV, 67. Claire, another actor. Cam Newton, quarterback. Kathy Rich, Buddy Rich's daughter, celebrating a birthday. Peter Benchley, the book Jaws. Rosario Dawson, great actress. Vivian Campbell, guitar player for Def Leppard. Gorgo turns 45 years old. John Corbetti. Do I got his name right? He was the guy in Sex and the City.
Corbett? Maybe it's
Wasn't
Corbett.
he with Corbett. That's it. John Corbett, 65. Billy Joel, 77 years old. George from Village Pub, celebrating a birthday. George, happy birthday. Candace Bergman. Tom Peterson of Cheap Trick celebrates a birthday. And Kermit the Frog, 71 years old. Kermit is 71 years old.
Wow.
Stuff that you really don't give a shit about, you're hearing today. All right. Anyway, we got to thank our friends from Ace Hardware, folks. If you're ready to get your backyard summer ready, you got to head over to JRC Hardware right now. May 12th, they got a red hot buy Blackstone Iron 4 grill for $479. Take 25% off any Blackstone grill accessories to complete your setup. If you prefer a classic flame, they have the Weber Spirit E25 gas grill for $499. And don't forget, Ace Reward members get a free assembly and delivery on all grills, $399 and up. Stop at the JRC Ace Hardware store. Tell them Tony sent you. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before their neighborhoods. Guys, thank you, Carol, for your patience. Thank you, guys. I'm sorry I wasn't completely on today, but I'll be better as the day goes by. Anyway, buy local, shop local, support local establishments, support live entertainment. And if you're offended by anything on this show, doesn't mean you're right, doesn't mean we're right either. But we can do what we do. Carol, why don't you give them a quick plug about Village Pub? Is that June 11th? What's going on with the cigar thing?
Yes, June 11th. They're having a cigar and bourbon event. You're going to get for $150 a ticket. Some of the proceeds will be going to St. Jude for Big Bash Buffet. That's in September. You'll get 3 premium cigars, 2 bourbon tastings, a full Italian dinner at Village Pub. There's gonna have a tent outside, and split the pot raffle. We're gonna just do whatever we can in addition to having that wonderful party that George and the staff have had there in the past. And they're being generous enough to let us kind of hop on the train and raise some money for St. Jude's for the kids for our September Big Bash Buffet. So June 7th is kind of the deadline to get the tickets. Please call. You can call Village Pub, or you can private message myself, and I can get that going for you.
And let me know, too. I can let Carl or Carol know if you guys are interested in going. It's June 11th. Cigar smoking, bourbon, great meal. You can't beat it, folks. And it's for St. Jude's. You guys have an incredible day. Peace and love. Be kind to one another. Carol, have a great day. God bless you all. Be back again tomorrow. Same time, same station, but we'll be on time. Hopefully, I'll be on time. Yeah, I'll be on time. So you guys have an incredible afternoon, and keep buddy. Bless you. Have a great one. Nick, take us out.
Time to go. It's the end of the show. See you later from Tony.
God bless everybody. Have a great day. Peace and love.